What's going on, guys? Welcome to my new video series called BTC in 3. Now in these videos, I'm going to go over 3 exchanges that I have charts on for over the years of Bitcoin watching. Now the first one's going to be Binance with Tether, the second one is going to be on Coinbase to US dollar, and the third one's going to be on Bitstamp US dollar. The reason being on Bitstamp is because I have data back to 2012. Now, if you're watching this for the first time and you want to know how to buy and move Bitcoin, a link to that will be in the description below. I made a quick video on how I buy Bitcoin and move it. If you're interested in that, check out the link in the description. However, this is going to be purely technical analysis and my opinion. Now, I use Fibonacci time series, Fibonacci retracements and extensions, and I use pitchforks. So a lot of these charts I have not touched for quite some time. We'll start with my Binance to Tether chart. And here we have my Binance to Tether chart, and we're looking at this on a weekly. Now, I look at this chart and I look for when are we going to have some big moves. Now, I see a crossover on March 1st. Now, I have a thing down here called the Lazy Bear. Now, this is the Lazy Bear Wise Wave, and this typically signs when it's overbought or when it's oversold. And of course, we're overbought right now. However, Bitcoin, you can throw just about every technical analysis tool out because it just defies everything. It's even defying Fibonacci's. So it's showing March 1st is going to be some sort of big move around that time. However, this is on weeklies. So we're going to zoom in and we're just going to take a look at it on a daily perspective. Now, I do have 41.1K as a high Fibonacci at 1.61. This is a pretty big Fibonacci level, as well as the famous 61% Fibonacci. Now, if we do see a pullback, I'm looking at this 24.4 to this 24 levels as big areas of support. We also have a pitchfork right here that will play some very, very strong support if we do see some selling. If we do see some selling, the drop from this level would be about, 40% or so. Now, the question becomes, at what level are we going to see that pullback? Are we going to get up to this Fibonacci and then pull back about 40%? And if so, that's going to put us right around this pivotal 24K Fibonacci at 61%. Now, these are on dailies, and I want to do these videos week by week, so let's take a closer look and see how we look on a 4-hour. For the most part, I see it consolidating in this area for the time being. We look at the Lazy Bear, it still has some room to fall, but that doesn't mean we're going to get to the bottom on the 4-hour. We could camp these levels, and it could be quite some time until we see a pullback, because every time we drop, the next person in line is willing to buy. So on the Tether chart, I don't see much going on in this exchange. Let's move on to the Coinbase. Here we have the Coinbase. And on the Coinbase, let's zoom out and let's take a look at it on a weekly. And you can see we got beat up, we came back up, and we've been riding this pitchfork higher. This purple line in this pitchfork is going to play a very, very big level. And you can see we cracked it and we fell hard. However, we came right back up. Now I see us holding this line very strongly, and if we crack this purple line, expect volatility. The question becomes, how long are we going to stay up in this level? I could see us maybe consolidating here, for a few days or so. However, the longer we consolidate, the more dangerous and explosive this move is going to be. Now, we do have a Fibonacci time series on January 18th, and we have a crossover on February 1st. This is going to be a huge date. The combination of these two signifies some big move is going to be happening in this time range. Now, we also have a crossover right here, and that's on the 12th of February. So within the next month and a half, I'm expecting some very big moves. It can be up or it can be down. However, keep in mind that 24 to 20K range is going to be some very, very big support, and a lot of big buying shall be in those levels. However, we zoom out a bit, we can also run to this 50.1K. So on the previous chart, we saw 40.1, and we also have a crossover as well up here on January 22nd. So these charts are telling me in this range, something big is going to happen. And if we consolidate up into that time frame, my guess is we can explode higher, and it's going to be a fast and dangerous move, if you ask me. And last but not least, we have my Bitstamp chart. And on my Bitstamp chart, I have the most data on it, and it goes back all the way to 2012. And it looks messy here. It looks like a lot's going on. However, this median line in this pitchfork is going to play a very, very big pivot and a very strong support. And it just so happens to be right at 24K. So 24K across the board on a lot of these exchanges are telling me that it's going to be a very big bounce. Even this pitchfork right here. We're hovering right above a pitchfork as well. And I don't see any crossovers at the moment right here. However, but to put it for an example, the last move I was tweeting out, we had a crossover and a time series around the 23rd. And I was saying, expect big moves around the holidays. We consolidated and we erupted. And you can just see that in the charts. So I don't see any chart crossovers here. The main chart I'm looking at on a day-to-day basis is my Coinbase chart. However, I do shuffle around. I go from log to linear. And we're just kind of hovering this line. If we do break higher, look for around this 36K to give it some stress. Bitcoin can move fast and very, very sharp. So, however, when I do look at this on a 3-hour, you can even take a look at it in a 4-hour, I'd like to see it come down. In short term, I'd like to see 27.4 to come down and just test it. However, every time we drop, we get bought right back up. This is the next guy in line that's willing to buy. But for the most part, this is the chart I'm looking at on the Coinbase. I'm looking at it very closely. I'm 30 minutes, to 2 hours, and we're just kind of fluctuating around in this area. So I'm expecting on the 18th, around the 18th to the 1st of February for some big moves. Now, I'll do these videos every week or so to update you guys, maybe twice a week if you guys want to see more, but I'm just testing the waters with these videos. Now, I do daily stock market breakdowns. I really like to summarize what happened in the day and some top stocks on the day. So for the most part, my channel is going to have daily stock market breakdowns, but I am very, very passionate about Bitcoin. And I just thought I would share you guys some of my charts. So there are the levels, there are the prices, there are the dates. I will be back in the next one, guys. But on that note, I will see you in the breakdown this afternoon. Have a great day. Peace!